Hey, I'm back. So it's been a little bit. Um, I do have a good reason, okay? I've kind of traveled, and I'm in a different spot, as you can tell. So I've tried to do a little setup. I've had a little bit of help from my cousin. Actually, she was literally the designer for this, and I just put that there. So I hope you're okay with it. I'm sorry it's been a while. I've been thinking of it constantly, but I've just been busy. Life has gotten busier. But today, I'm doing I like how cozy it feels. It feels really cozy, so I feel close with you guys. But today I'm doing my January wrap up, what I read in Jan. Obviously it's a little bit late, but I just want you guys to know that my reading it's gone a bit down. Usually it would be more, but it's obviously not as much anymore because, like I said, life has gotten busier. So there's other things that has taken up my time. So I can't read as much as I would like to, but it is still in the daily routine. It's still very much there. So not as much, but it's there. I've only read like 200 pages the start of this month. That's how different it is. But I still read 4 books in Jan, and I'm going to talk about those now. They were all good reads, so it was a good month. I have the list here to refer to. So okay, so the first book that I read in Jan was Magnolia Parks, which was in my TBR video. I did intend to read this, and I said it was going to be the first one I picked up, which it was. I absolutely adored that book. That book was amazing. It's a toxic romance, so the guy pretty much, and this is not a spoiler, his name is BJ, he cheats on her all the time. That's all he is capable of doing. He always cheats on her, and she, for some reason, is still drawn to him no matter what. So the two of them are still very much meshed together. It's very much giving Taylor Swift Invisible String. So if you know, you know. But he cheats on her all the time. It's super toxic. She does things to get back at him. Those aren't spoilers, those are at the back. But it was so... Everyone compares it to like Gossip Girl, but the British version. And I haven't watched Gossip Girl, so I can't say to how true that is. But apparently it's true, so just just expect toxicity, gossip, and fashion. Like, don't read it if you don't like fashion, because there's a lot of talk about outfits in this book. Constantly when the characters are entering, they're talking about the expensive outfits that they are wearing. And people think that it's pretentious, some people. I didn't find it pretentious at all. I thought it was educational, I suppose, because I'm not a fashionista, that's for sure. But I find it interesting that there was all this fancy stuff that they were wearing, and obviously they live fancy lifestyles, and they're kind of painted as richer than anyone is reading. So, but it was very good, and I can't wait to read the next one. I'm trying to get them at the moment, but I can't tolerate the new covers. They're tragic. I can only tolerate the indie covers. That's all I want, and I'm going to try and get them. And until then, I'll have to wait to read the next one. But the new one's just come out, so I really want to get to it fast. Highly recommend if you like toxic romance. The next one I read didn't stick to the TBR on this one. I read The Therapist by B.A. Paris. By the way, the first one is by Jesse Hastings. And this one, it was okay. So I'm not a thriller person, so I read like a thriller every 2 months. 1 every 2 months, or 3, sometimes even longer. I don't like thrillers, they make me feel uneasy. This one was like you were trying to unravel the story the whole time you were reading. And it was okay. I liked the setting, I liked the circle that they live in, I liked the community of people, I liked that they were all very mysterious and it was very thrillery. The whole concept, when I read the blurb, that's the whole reason I bought it. I didn't even know. This is my first book by B.A. Paris. And everyone's read like Behind Closed Doors because that's her most famous work. But this one was okay. I gave it 3 stars, I think, because it was average. It wasn't mind-blowing. It's quite forgettable. I don't even remember her name. But I liked the cover. So there's that. The next book I read was... I read A Court of Silver Flames by Sarah J. Maas. This was the last book in the ACOTAR series. so far because there's more coming out. It was amazing. It started off a little bit like I wanted something to happen. I was not bored, but I wanted something else to happen. And the end was kind of giving Hunger Games. So if you like the Hunger Games, I would definitely recommend it. If you like Nesta, or if you don't like Nesta, I would recommend it for both of those reasons. This is like her redemption arc. This is her character development. This is all about growth and self-discovery. So I highly recommend it for that. And also the found family is great. The found family in this is amazing. It was very entertaining. The battle scenes in this were great. The tension was great. The spice, amazing. So if you like spice, this is the most spicy one for sure. If you like spice and you can handle that, then definitely read it. This made me like Nesta more, because at the beginning I think everyone agrees she's nasty. She's really mean and entitled, but I think this book teaches you that there's a reason for all of her behavior. So if you can find a way to tolerate her for 750 pages, I think you should do it, because the ending is worth it. The tension is worth it. The banter is worth it. The characters are worth it. A lot of stuff actually happens in this book, and I really enjoyed it. I gave it 5 stars because they're just perfect to me. They're just great. I love those books. And the last book I read this month was Twisted Love by Anna Huang. Which, by the way, I'm so sorry that I don't have the books to hold. They're not with me, but like, it's the thought that counts. I'm going to try to insert images, but I don't know if I know how to do that yet. So we're going to see. But Twisted Love by Anna Huang, I did not want to read this at first because there is literally a content warning on this book. So about the spice, there's a massive content warning. And I thought it was going to be a bit too intense, but then when I discovered that I like spice, I was like, I want to get into this. And I have a friend who loved the series, so she really convinced me to read it. At the beginning of the book, she literally writes, she says, to my mom for always encouraging me to do the right thing, but also please close the book now because the next few pages are going to traumatize you. So there's a lot of spice. It's very toxic. And it's really lived up to the title. These characters have trauma beyond belief, but it was so entertaining. I ate it up in 2-3 days. I loved it, and I can't wait to read the next one because that one's about a princess and her bodyguard. So, you're gonna tell me spice, a princess, and a bodyguard? No, that's just, wow. Kidding me. That's gonna be great. I'm super excited for that one. But yeah, both the characters were cool. I loved Alex Volkov. He was great, but I don't want anyone to read this and think that this is a realistic portrayal of a relationship. Like, this is toxic and demanding and dominating for no good reason, but it's very entertaining. So for that, I think read it. But there's a lot of spice, and it's like it's not just spice. It's very different, messy spice. So that's like 4 chilies on there. Yeah. So if you can handle that, read it. I loved it. The trauma, are you kidding me? It was great. Super entertaining. And I actually like these characters, I'm not just continuing to read it just to continue. I actually like them. So the next few books are going to be a great journey for me. I also definitely know that the third one is about Josh Chen and Jules, because there was one line at the very beginning where they show that they hate each other, and the third book's called Twisted Hate, so I've already pieced that together because I'm a genius. But that makes me excited for that one too. So I think overall the series is going to be like a 5-star for me. I rated this one a 4 because it didn't quite have that 5-star feel, but I think the next one might be a 5-star too. So I think the next one might be a 5-star. So I can't wait. So when I get extra time, maybe I'll get round to that. I have a couple books here that I brought with me. I'm reading Powerless at the moment by Lauren Roberts. I'm not going to give my thoughts here because it will be in a video. But love the cover. Yeah, I've got 6 books on the shelf over there. There's a lot of books that I could buy here. I might do a book haul. I think I will do a book haul. So maybe expect that, but I'm gonna try and post more frequently now that I've kind of gotten used to my new routine. And when I find a spirit of energy, I'm gonna be here, because I do think about this all the time. I think about you guys all the time, and I appreciate you watching. So thank you for watching, and I will see you very, very soon with another something that I want to provide to you. Bye.